Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. I'm glad you're here. Welcome back to Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. We are getting closer and closer to the end of this game. As you can see, we are well over the level cap now at level 54. We actually, in cleaning things up, tidying stuff last time, and fighting some bandits and so forth on the way to our stash here, actually leveled up again. And I didn't want to spend that point until we were together, so. And I think we know where that goes. We're going to put that in Charisma. I don't think that changes anything else at this level. No, okay. It just means that'll unlock Persuasion for us. So the next time we level up, we can become a Master of Persuasion. I'm very much looking forward to that. The gang's all here, at least for the most part. There's Georg. Oh, here comes our nurses. Nurse McGee. Alright, when last we left off, we had just popped by Tarant to finish up a little bit of unfinished business. Put some things away in our stash, clear out some space. And now we are in a great position to be heading back to the other side of the mountains because, let's see, here we go, still working on this, that's main story. So now it's pretty much all Dark Elf stuff. That's where we're headed next. Not a lot left in our quest book at this time. I wish to book passage to Caledon. Oof. 800 gold. It's probably fine. We've got 50,000 plus, so. And there are certainly things yet to be done. Okay, Kingsway. It's the mushroom, the toadstool. Caledon's fine armors. Where is it? We need to find this one. Here we go. The Sobbing Onion. So we'll be coming back here very shortly. So remember this place. I would urge you. Pop in here very quickly and just, since we are going by, see if they have anything worthwhile. C30. Spool of heavy wire. Okay, nothing that we need. Alright, let's move it along. Looks like they've recovered some of their bunnies down here at Cynthia's farm. Of course, bunnies tend to recover quickly, don't they? Okay, let's see. Just... I did all of this. There we go. Alright, so we have been pretty much everywhere else. There are a few places that have not yet appeared on our map, but they are the kinds of locations that are locked behind quest progression. So they're not going to appear until we do certain things. So it's time. We have built up and built up and built up to Sen-Am. We finally have its location. The home of the Dark Elves. And despite the curse that has supposedly claimed everyone else in the horror stories we have read that have to do with T'Sen. We have to go there. Now is the time. It's a long walk, but we're used to that. I love watching the time fly by up there. Get 'em, guys. Oh wow, they actually made Sog drop his sword. Well, that didn't do anything to him. Did not stop him. Gonna let him pick that up. You good, Sog? Apparently not. Oh. Oh, I don't have room. There we go. Excellent. And along we go. More of these. Ugh. There's a rat problem on this side of the mountains. That's okay. Experience points are experience points. We don't mind. And this music combined with this beautiful map and this Indiana Jones style overland travel gets me every time. Kind of a timeless look to it. I guess we've made it that way in popular culture. That's probably one of the reasons why steampunk type stuff and, you know, like gaslight fantasy is so popular. So we've romanticized the heck out of the Victorian period. And just this time of, you know, industrial revolution and new inventions and possibility and science, when technology was pushing the bounds of what was possible and anything could happen. Even without magic, like, that's an attractive prospect. It's easy to see how you could set a compelling story in a world like that. And then, you know, you tack on things like elves and dwarves and dragons, and it's just that much better. There we go. Goodbye. That's true. Yeah, just like our technological schematics down here. If it didn't... If technology did not push the bounds of what was possible and make all your dreams come true, well, they told you it would. I think repair might be the next skill that we need to rank up. Everything here is poisonous. Makes sense, though. This is a nasty part of the woods. Okay. Here we go. This is where it's gonna get weird. Make sure... Okay.
What is it that you want of me?
I see someone else has been watching the latest episode of Drawfee. But yes. Oh, Magnus, why are you like this? You don't need that stuff. Oh, never mind. Okay, it is in my inventory what I need. Now you can't see here because, like, there are some other dark elves. Like, it's not just them. There's about half a dozen of them, and they're, like, hidden hereabouts. And, of course, the way that the game's perspective is made is it's very difficult to, like, click and get the ring as you hover around stuff if it's behind an obstacle. Ah, there we go. See? You can see right there. And there we go. There's one there. There's probably, I think there's one here. Might be harder to... Anyway, you can see there's more of them than you would think. Dark Elf Guards. They just create... That's... all of this build up, all of these horror stories, and then you just walk up to T'Sen Ong and they're like, huh? I'm here to see M'in Gorad. You are aware of the procedure. Where is your amulet, Malokian? And look here. See, I told you there's a reason we were hanging on to that very first Malokian hand amulet we found at the very beginning. Here it is. Let me show him the amulet. You may enter. You've been most helpful. Now, why would the Dark Elves recognize that symbol and be friendly with the Malokian hand? Who knows? Anything could happen. Check this out, though. It's just like they described in the book. You know, while Kintara shone like a jewel in the crown of the forest, T'Sen Ong hangs there like a bloated parasite. It's all very nasty. And cool looking. I think they did a great job. Is there a need for me? Where is everyone? Your village seems a bit empty. He looks at you suspiciously. What is that information to you? And just who are you? I am of the Malokian hand. I suppose I was simply curious. Then you should know what we are trying to accomplish. It would be very difficult to achieve our goals were we to stay in our village, would it not? Besides, if the location of our village ever became known by our enemies, they would not hesitate to attack. It is best to not congregate more than necessary, not only for our safety, but to assure our task is brought to completion. Makes sense? Okay, now, appropriate. Dark elves in fantasy are often associated with spiders in some fashion, so it feels right to have an army of arachnids following us around. Go. What can you tell us about the Dark Elves? Ask again and I'll show you something about them. Not very friendly. Friendlier than they would be, though, considering. So, like, that's handy. Thanks to all this beauty and charisma we have. But keep in mind, they're at like 42, and that is with the plus 20 from our Sunday's best dress. Look at this, though. Ah, place is awful. I love it. Let's see. Gotta find named NPCs. This is one of those places where you definitely want to look around before you start taking any actions, and you want to do everything that you can find here to do before you start popping off. Here we go. See, this is kind of like the analogous area to the Silver Lady's chambers back in Kintara. This is... I think this is her. Yes, okay. This one is voiced. She is a potential companion. Hello, madam. Might I ask who you are?
I am Zan Alurin, warrior priestess of the Dark Elves. And who are you, stranger? You've never before seen the trees of Senang. Of that, I am certain.
I've been calling it to Senang. I forgot she actually does pronounce it out loud. So, Senang. Senang. Yes, I'm the doctor. Who are you? I'm the doctor. Now, of course, you have several options here. She may offer to join you, depending on your circumstances and your attributes, if you share your name. So, I am Dr. B. Unni, Esquire.
Honesty. You surprise me. You take a large risk in exposing yourself to me, especially considering what you are.
Yes, because of course if they know of the Malokian Hand and are friendly with them, well, we've been a target of the Malokian Hand since the blimp crash, and possibly before. So, when we tell her our name, of course she's gonna know, right? Yeah, not that large a risk we went to Vendigroth. I've always found honesty to be the only road to real truth.
Impressive. That is a lesson that few learn in this life, although it seems so very, very simple. Oftentimes we walk in the shadows while trying to see the light, afraid of facing it before we really understand it. But both the journey and the goal are important, and rarely can we separate the two.
I agree. And what about you? What is it you seek?
I see things. When you walked into Senang, I saw something around you. A great latticework of wood and iron, and it carried a great weight, which weighed nothing at all. These are the visions I see. What they mean, I don't always know. But I do know that you are somehow important to me.
Why? What answers are you seeking, Zan Alurin?
What do you know of the Dark Elves? Do you know the differences between us and our cousins in Kintara?
Yes, I know of the philosophical differences.
Then you know that the Dark Elves, like Aranax, want Arcanum to once again be ruled by elves, and elves only. They will stop at nothing to make this a reality. They've already done much, and are still doing so.
Now this is where it gets interesting. She's actually quite an interesting companion, and it's a bit of a shame that you get her so late into the game, but you'll see, like, she's level 29. I don't know who they think is going to be level 29 by the time you actually finally make it to Senang. I guess if you just kind of speed ran the main story. But yeah, see? You keep saying they. Aren't you a dark elf, Zan Alurin?
Yes, I am. I am a dark elf. Sometimes that is a burden. I don't know exactly what I believe anymore. I see visions, and these visions tell me that there is something very wrong with what the Dark Elves are working for. Something very wrong with all that they have done.
Very interesting indeed. Wouldn't you say? So, she is a fascinating companion to me. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you'd gotten her earlier, I think she would be, like, really good. But also with the story that they gave her, you need to have come this far and understand kind of what she's talking about before she actually, is really this compelling and stuff. Because you need to get why it's interesting that she is breaking away from them. So, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream, like, she is one of the potential companions where she is evil. And she will join you. But if you are too good, she will leave you. But also, if you become too evil, she will leave you. You know, like, if you had 100 evil, she'll bail. Because as you can see here, like, you know, she's a dark elf, but she has become skeptical of their methods, perhaps even their goals. Interesting. And she does have interactions with some other party characters. She's a pretty decent mage as well. I think she's got, like, she has time and force magic, so she can become, like, she's quite powerful. She's really good. And if you're playing a magic run, then she can be a huge asset, because if you don't want to use the same colleges, then when you get her in your party, she can become a real, like, DPS tank kind of thing, or a chunky DPS. But we're not going to have her join us at the moment, and the reason why is because our alignment is 100% good. So I don't think she'll stay with us, but we'll go along with her for now. Why? What have they done? Right. So yes, as Old Man points out here, one of the benefits of having 20 charisma is that companions will not leave your party for any reason. It kind of switches off or overrides all of the triggers that would normally cause them to bail on you. And hers, one of hers, her biggest one, is if your alignment swings too far to the good, or if it becomes 100% evil. So if you have 20 charisma, she will join your party with no problems, and she will stay there. She may or may not complain a little here and there. That's like, you're a goody two shoes, but she will stick around with you.
I can say no more. All I can tell you is that I do not know if my place is here among them, and that somehow my answers lie with you, and where you are going. But I won't lie about my loyalties. In the end, it is my own answers that I seek. When my choice is made, that is all that will matter.
Alright, so we'll say, let's speak of this later. We will come back to her. And, who knows, we might even have her join us. Maybe. What a pathetic lot, you bunch of overgrown abominations. We'll come back to that, too. Let's see, is there someone here? Okay, I think that is him. Yeah, I really appreciate that they didn't make them like, they're not a different species or some BS like that, you know, they're a political faction, basically. Okay. There's actually something that I was kind of waiting to happen here, and it has not happened. I might need to force it. Let's see here.
What is it that you want of me?
Yes, perhaps you will allow me a few more
What can I answer for
questions.
Well, as ill-advised as it may be, it seems we need to go and speak with the Dark Elves in Senang. What is it that you want of me? What can I answer for you? What is it that you want of me?
Don't think...
What can I answer for you?
Okay, I guess that's it. I was waiting for Virgil to say something since we were here, actually. But it's not necessarily, like, I don't think that it's mandatory, so... So, we've got half-ogre prisoners here, and this dark elf yelling at them. Hi, lady. Hi, lady. Hi, lady. Hello, who are you? What are you doing here? Me is Morg, slave here. Slave? Is that why you have not destroyed this insulting creature? Huh, looks extremely frustrated. Want kill much. Hate elves, all these here, very bad to us. No can fight, big spell, big magic make no fight. No can fight with elves, makes much pain, much pain. I love this in the background. Kicks the ogre. Ouch! You bruised my toe. You will pay for that, mongrel. Like, Lord. Big spell. Someone is holding you through magic. Who? Teval Nor. Dark mage. Very strong. Me hate much. Want him dead. Want crush bones in hands. Make Mog happy. But Mog no be happy. Can do nothing. And there is no way to break this spell? Yes. Can stop magic. Must kill Teval Nor. Must do thing Mog want to, but no can do. Make Mog more angry. You have to kill him? Or can anyone kill him? No need be me. He just need die, then spell broke, Mog fight again. He seems to be getting it. You killed Teval Nor for Mog? Perhaps. What would you do if I did? Mog kill all bad elf here. Crush each bone one by one. Mog have fun. Mog love tear him in pieces. Lug, Thrall, they want kill him too. This one die first. You make Teval Nor die. I will see what I can do. So yes, that is a whole quest. But Mog makes a friend and some murders. So yeah, we kill that guy. We'll free them. But we want to do other stuff here first, including this. Madam? Yes, hello. Good day. Hello? Okay, well, we'll come back to you. This way first. What can I do for you? Go.
When my guards informed me a foot soldier of the Malokian Hand was here to see me, I couldn't guess what you could possibly have to speak with me about.
So, this is fun. I've come to report on the search for the blimp crash survivor. Watch this.
Judging from the Hand's famed reputation, I assume you are here to tell me that the survivor has been located and eliminated.
So look at all of these options. You've got some really interesting things you can say here. Yes, always clear out your quest list first before there is an incident. TM. Now, there's all kinds of things that you can do in this conversation, including if you're evil, you can even offer to join them here. So, there's a lot packed into this scene, and it can get wild. About like it depending on your alignment and the kind of playthrough that you're going through. This can be a big turning point, and you can have a lot of fun here. So, we're going to do this. That is correct. I completed the assignment myself.
Wonderful. I assume you are here to collect the payment?
Exactly.
Here is the agreed upon amount.
Hands you some coins. So our bounty was 2,000 gold. I don't know. Do y'all think that sounds like enough? What do you think? Are we worth 2,000? Should it have been more? I am also here to collect more information for the Hand.
Why is the Hand interested in our affairs?
It has become our affair. The survivor killed several of the Hand.
Very well. What information are you seeking?
So, if you have not caught on yet, this is M'in Gorad. So, a lot of the stuff here that we have options to say is only because we have a high charisma score and enough points in persuasion. If you are not very persuasive, then she will catch on to you very quickly, and things could get ugly, or it could change the conversation, and some of these options simply will not appear. So, we are looking for the link between the Black Mountain clan and the survivor.
The only link between them would be information that the escaped dwarf passed to the survivor. We don't believe they had any knowledge of each other before they boarded the blimp.
That's very interesting. Where exactly did the dwarf escape from?
The Malokian Hand should have no concern for the whereabouts of a few measly dwarves.
We think the survivor was attempting to contact them.
That would be an impossible task for someone of his limited resources. You will learn nothing from this line of inquiry.
What do you think the dwarf told the survivor?
We cannot be sure, obviously, but we assume it has something to do with why the dwarves were banished to the void. Sadly, Stenar, the dwarf from the blimp, was one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount.
Interesting. So yes, we have learned, you see this lit up here, we have finally learned what happened to the Black Mountain clan. They were banished to the void. Now, you may recall that the void is also where some other people were vanished, such as the Bane of Kree, and a little fella named Aranax. So why would the Black Mountain clan be there? More importantly, he's one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount. Interesting. Using baits in your scheme was a stroke of genius.
After all those years of trying to concoct a plausible excuse to banish a group of dwarves, that young fool stumbles in there and walks away with their cherished technology. Aranax himself couldn't have dreamed up a better scenario.
Aranax must have been furious that Stenar escaped.
What did he expect? He has them constructing a technological gate to weaken the ward so he can re-enter this realm, and he's surprised when one of them escapes through it?
So there we go. So this whole thing has been hundreds of years in the making. They were trying to set up a clan of dwarves so that they could banish them to the void, so that they would have access to the dwarves' technology, because elves are magic-oriented, magically aspected. Because Aranax has a plan to construct a technological gate to weaken the wards at the Ring of Brodgar over in Roseboro, so that he can escape the void and come back here. Interesting. Why hasn't Aranax returned? Stenar made it through.
Stenar had absolutely no magical aptitude. He was able to slip through the smallest opening without any danger to himself. If someone of Aranax's magical power were to attempt to come through before the rift was big enough, it would be an excruciating death, to say the least.
I think I have enough information to proceed now. Good day. So there we go. So what have we learned? We have finally found out what happened to the Black Mountain clan. Now, of course, there are some people who are going to want to know about that. Let's see. Of course, we got to go back and tell Raven what we have found out, but I think it was the king of the Wheel Clan wanted to know once we found out what happened to the Black Mountain clan. So yeah, this is a fun spot, a fun section of the game. It takes a lot to get here, and it seems like there's not very much in Sanang. But again, it depends on what your playthrough looks like. if you are doing an evil playthrough, especially if you are an elf, this can be a city that you come back to a lot, and some wild stuff will happen here. Including, if you join up with the Dark Elves, then Kintara will turn against you. Oh, right, okay. I know who you are. The man before you is thin, wiry, with gray, wolfish eyes. He fingers a dagger on his belt. I'm sorry? What are you talking about? You wear the amulet of the Malokian hand. You show no respect to your master. Gideon Liar. I wonder if that name is, like, on purpose, you know, liar. I have no masters. You obviously know nothing of the hand traditions. A valiant attempt, my friend. I'd have done the same thing myself had I been in your position. And now, I know that my ruse hadn't worked. Did you really think the hand wouldn't recognize its prey? We've been looking for you for a long time, stranger. So, you do know who I am. Who are you? He bows. I am Gideon Liar, first blade of the Malokian hand. I have sought you for a long time, and here you are, having walked into my very arms. Interesting indeed. Yeah, he may be the smartest guy here, because even M'in Gorad didn't, like, she just bought it. Now, again, we are very persuasive. It is totally possible to walk in there and try to lie to her, and she just looks you up and down and is like, no. So, Yes, indeed. I'm curious. Why did the Malokian hand want to kill me? Why else? We are assassins, my friend. We have been contracted to kill you. Is there anything else that need be said? But why? What did I do? Sadly, you've done nothing at all. The original contract was for a dwarf named Stenar Rockcutter, who was posing as a gnome when he boarded the IFS Zephyr. You spoke to the dwarf, and so involved yourself in his affairs. We've been hunting you ever since. So yeah, they're not actually after us specifically. They were sent to retrieve Stenar or kill him, and we just happened to get involved because in the opening cutscene, we were the one to whom he spoke, and he gave us the ring and stuff like that. Why did the Dark Elves want to kill Stenar Rockcutter? That is not important to me. The Hand are assassins. We provide a service which we perform very well, and we are paid for that service upon completion of our contract. Nothing else is important, my friend. The Hand has no conscience or morality. We are death. That death has now come to you. That's a pretty hard line, actually. I'll give them credit. Yeah, not that well. They've been trying for ages. I've said before, I don't know how there's any Malokian Hand left. We have killed so many of those dudes. And it's like, they can't be reporting back, so like they just keep sending people after us, and the only information they have is those dudes do not return. Like, that would be terrifying, right? Okay, so now we have some pretty hard lines down here too. Yes, Death and I are old friends. Let me introduce you. Or even, we can say that. I find that amusing. I've killed every one of your incompetent assassins. But remember, we read a certain book left behind by Elder Joachim that revealed some secrets about the Malokian Hand and how they split off from the Darien Ka. Remember that? There was a doctrinal difference, and they became a separate organization. So we know the Hand hasn't always been this way. He gives you a hard look. What could you possibly know of the hand, stranger? We have been assassins for more than 1,000 years. Our record is immaculate, our techniques those of the oldest masters. You don't know us at all. I know of the Darien Ka, Gideon. I know why the hand left them. What? How could you? You know nothing. A mere scrap of information, an old name. You don't have any idea what you're talking about. Yes, Gideon. I do. You tell him about the book that we read. Yeah, see, that set him on the back foot, right? He was very much in control until we mentioned that. This is another thing here where you have to have read Joachim's books, or a book, singular, that he sent us. And you have to be a certain amount of persuasive, otherwise, I think if you read the book, this conversation option appears to say the hand has not always been this way. But if you are not persuasive enough, then you can't pursue the line of conversation, and he won't believe you. So he's silent for a long time. So, you do know of our history. You may very well be the only living person outside of the hand who knows these things. That we once served such evil ends is a shame to us. Why was the hand so shamed? Do you have any idea what sort of a monster Kurgan the Terrible was? He discovered all of the dark necromantic arts. He used to experiment on living souls, killing them, then raising them from the dead. The Darien Ka were his evil prodigy, and we served them unquestioningly for 500 years. We had never been told of what Kurgan had done. That's another guy who was supposedly banished to the void. And then your leader, Trellian, found something. Yeah, what happened to No Conscience, right? Yes, it is said that he found the writings of Kurgan, which described in detail the experiments he used to perform on his victims. It made Trellian sick with revulsion and despair. He vowed to destroy the Darien Ka no matter what cost. And yet, here you are, making the same mistakes all over again. Boom. So there, see, she's calling out the hypocrisy. What? What do you mean? If you thought Kurgan was bad, how about Aranax? Aranax? What the hell does Aranax have to do with any of this? He's returning. The Dark Elves are involved. I see. Oh, he's mad now. We have been lied to once again. Someone will answer for this in due time. He glances towards the home of M'in Gorad. And as for you, I am deeply sorry. The hand will bother you no more. Thank you, Gideon. Good luck to you. We won't be seeing each other again. I recommend you leave here as soon as you're done with your business. Goodbye, Gideon. And off he goes. I just want to point out he's higher level than her. Than M'in Gorad, so... Reputations, here we go. Oh, right, I forgot about this. So, we acquired a new reputation. Killer of the White Church Murderer. The people of Caledon have taken a liking to you for ridding their city of the dreaded murderer. So, similarly to, like over in Shrouded Hills, people of Caledon like us more. They get like plus 20 reaction to us. And now we are a friend of the Malokian Hand. So, that means the random encounters where the assassins show up to attack us, no more of those. It's over. They stop. Yeah, exactly. Even the hand doesn't want Aranax to come back. It's always a great like idea to kind of show that. Like you know, hey, there's a guy so bad that even the bad guys are like, no thank you. I'm good actually. Got a lot of notes. Here we are. Minimally functioning gate. Very interesting, right? We have low magical aptitude. I wonder what that means about how we shall interact with the gate. Because the left hand never knows what the right... Yeah. The left Malokian hand never knows what the right Malokian hand is doing, so... Right, very much. Very much. Like, I don't want to destroy the universe. I'm one of the idiots who lives in it. Right? I was thinking that we could talk to this guy, and he's not speaking to us. So this is Tval Nor. This is the wizard who has them under a spell. Also, I am going to leave this vague because this person is not in our party. So I won't spoil the whole story, but I will say it's possible to get someone in your party who is in fact a Malokian hand assassin. Secretly, of course. You won't know that until you get all the way to this point in the game. And then if they are with you, Gideon will be like, okay, actually, don't kill them. And that follower's like, you got it, boss. And it's like, huh? What? So, okay. So we don't have 20 charisma. And actually, so we're going to get one more potential follower. Right, yeah, that would be a nasty surprise because, like, there's no way to know until you get to this point in the story, and it's like, uh-oh. Okay, well, the other thing is not happening, but it doesn't always, so. Oh, hello. Hello, textures, hello. Okay, well, This is how you know an evil wizard lives here. Now I'm trying to remember with Zon, because again, she has a very interesting storyline. I think, because I was trying to decide whether to take her with us or not, because obviously we can get her in our party right now, so. But again, she is of evil alignment, and we are good. So... we meet all of the requirements. But I don't think that we can do anything with her. Her story will have to be for another time, another playthrough. And the reason why is because there is another follower that she does not get along with. Now, of course, if we had maximum charisma, if you have 20 charisma, then, like, you can force them to join each other, but we don't necessarily, like, need her to come along. So what we will do is what's it? Boop. Oh, wow. Wow, he's dodgy. He's very dodgy. Good dodging. Of course, he is an elven wizard, so that makes a lot of sense. There we go. Another good deed done. And let's see. Call Earth Elemental, disarm, sense invisible traps. Which follower has the highest carrying capacity? Probably Sog, actually. Maybe, unless it is the Betocon guy. See, because like his carrying capacity is, you know, like he's at light encumbrance with 1500 stone. It's 750. It's literally twice Virgil's. We really need those, so we will save those and we will sell them. Now, magically held. Seems to be stuck. Indeed. I don't think that won't work. There we go. Trying to get Virgil in position. Come over here. I don't think he can pick this because it is magically held. Oh, he did. Ha! He actually picked it, but it is still held shut. And let's see. Do 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 do. Should take those two. Yes, we do have a spare fate point. You get a fate point for freeing the half ogres from that curse. So, I don't know that that will actually work here. We can try it. Let me see if that will work. I don't know that I've ever tried it. Force good reaction, save against magic. Yeah, it's because it's magically held. So, like, there is an opening spell that we just don't have. So we could destroy the chest to get to the contents, but if you do that, then, you know. See, and this is why I mentioned, like, you want to do that last, because, look, they even got her on the way out. See? So take that, and that, and that, and that for now. And you're not going to use those scrolls, but let's see. That. Okay, and those. Okay, I think that that is just elven chainmail. I don't think that it's anything special. It feels weird to be like, oh yeah, elven chainmail, you know, nothing special. They have some good equipment on them, though, obviously. So if you are in need of good equipment... Oh no! They died as they lived. Hard and fast, I guess. So it looks like 2. Yes, so those 2 did not make it, but... Oh. No, Mog did get got. Okay. Nothing special happens as far as I'm aware, like if they make it out here before they get killed. I don't think that there's anything special, like you don't encounter them later or anything, so...
Excuse me, I
Oh.
have something I need to talk with you about.
Here it is. I thought it was supposed to be when we went into Senang, but I guess it's when we come out. Yes, Virgil. What is it?
I have to leave. There's something I need to do. Something I should have done a long time ago.
What are you talking about, Virgil?
Listen, I'm sorry things have to be this way. I stayed with you as long as I could. I tried to forget. But it burns within me, won't leave me alone. I have to go to Caledon. If I can, I'll return to you. If not, well, I wish you the best of luck.
Virgil, please. Just tell me. Let me help.
I'm sorry. I have no choice. I can no longer live with it. I must go and do what must be done. Farewell, living one.
Virgil, wait.
Forgive me, but I must go.
And he just despawns. So yes, we're gonna bypass Kintara for the moment. He said he was going to Caledon, so that's where we're gonna go. A lot of people lose track of Virgil at this point. It is very easy because I don't know if part of his story was cut. Maybe? Yeah, he does run off with all your stuff. So everything that, you know, he's got equipped and in his inventory he took with him. But I think his story was originally supposed to be different. And I don't know exactly what it was supposed to be. And it was changed into like what it became. Like a lot of the story was the same. What we have seen up to this point was the same. After this, it kind of diverges a little bit from the original concept, but I don't really know how. But I think a lot of people get frustrated with Virgil because he's a very solid companion. Especially, actually, he's even better if you're playing a magical playthrough because then his spells will affect you. But you know, you see, he's been very solid. He's a good guy.
Where are we?
Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome, raiders. Hello and welcome. Good day to you as well. You're just in time to see our followers kill some rats. That he has the soul crystal containing Diablo. No, not quite. Although you may not be as far off as you think, or as I would like for you to be. Like, it's weirdly, from what little I know of it, it's weirdly close to that. Here we go. But, this is where I think for a lot of players, especially who are playing for the first time, dang, these rats are hitting hard. May have to help. Nurse, get them. But, you know, Virgil, he just disappears with all your stuff. And it's like, wow, rude, you know? And there's, unfortunately, like, very little indication of where he's going to go. He tells you he's going to Caledon, right? Now, theoretically, he could disappear somewhere along the way. You could think, well, maybe he doesn't make it all the way to Caledon, right? And that creates an enormous amount of territory that you would have to cover. But, you know, give the game credit. Usually when it says you need to go somewhere, that's the place that you need to go. So he says Caledon, you go to Caledon, you start searching. Well, there's some places of Caledon that are both hard to search and easy to miss, which are two different things. And sometimes things can be both. So if you comb Caledon from top to bottom, it is entirely possible for you to still not find Virgil. And I will show you why. You're about to see. And when you see, you will also understand why it's such an appropriate thing that we wound up, thanks to our patron Trance's decision, why we wound up playing a doctor. And we have striven to achieve certain technological breakthroughs. And one of the reasons I went to Vendigroth very early, and we got certain schematics. He does look like a typical NPC as well, but of course there's only so many character models in the game. Like, you can see, like, we look like this lady. You know, so... So, but he can blend in, even with the armor that we've given him, because there are other people wearing the same armor. Let's see now. This is the sobbing onion. Here we go. Who might you be? My father gave me an elven name, but its pronunciation is much too difficult for the other races of this fair city to master, so I simply go by A.L. And what might your name be? Certainly, A.L. My name is Dr. B. Unni, Esquire. Well, Doctor, what can I do for you? Any news? Have you heard of the werewolf? Yes, we have. How about buying a lady a drink? Huh. Albert Leak down here. You know, I really like you, Doctor. Bartender, get the lady a drink and put it on my tab. You are too kind, A.L. Goodbye. We're up. Here we go. So this is why it is so hard to find. So we come back to Caledon. Virgil is not the werewolf. No, Cynthia is the werewolf. We actually have a quest about that. We're looking for a cure for her. So, but look, remember how hard it was to find just the stairs down to the Hall of Records in Tirant, right? So, there's not a lot of information. We know Virgil originally came from Caledon, and he tells you he's going back there. That's kind of it. Other than he tells you that, like, him and his brother got in a bit of a scrape. You know, you don't know much beyond that, except it seems like they were up to no good. Maybe part of a thieves guild or something, right? So you come in here to the Sobbing Onion. This trapdoor right here in the corner, which is impossible to see if you don't mouse over it. You can only find it by fucking accident. Oh, uh-oh. Well, there you go. We found him. Virgil, oh no. Now this is ridiculous, okay, because these 4 bandits here are all level 10, and Virgil is level 54, and has some of the best equipment in the game. Make of that what you will. Nurses, to the front. Get him, doggo. Alright. Got anything? Quality hammer. Bullets. Ooh, a fancy pistol. It's like actually kind of a nice gun. Thank you. Balanced sword. A repeater rifle. It would have been so funny. I mean, we only went into throwing out of necessity because a lot of the things like the hallucinite and the corrosive acid that we can make with our support build require the throwing skill to be any good. And it kind of got ridiculous because at a certain point, you know, just to make the game go, we went and picked up the flying guillotine, of course. But it would have been very, very funny to have gone firearms instead. So here's Virgil. He's dead. But remember, we can make the Reanimator, the ancient Vendegrothian method of returning the recently dead to life. Completely revived and functioning normally. So, Virgil? Hello.
Greetings, my friend. It seems... well, it seems we both have come a long way.
Virgil seems changed.
Thank you for bringing me back.
There's a strange look in his eyes, one of peace, but also one of emptiness. He regards you calmly. Yep, that is some planning. Thank you. I'm very happy with how it turned out, but thanks again to Trance, our patron who requested Arcanum, who decided that we were going to play a doctor. So... oh. Boo. Boo hiss. Boo. Boo, that Devil May Cry reference. Boo. Virgil, what happened here?
These men. They were the men who killed my brother, Lawrence. I had come here tonight to confront my past, once and for all. I knew that it would most certainly lead to my own death, but I just couldn't run from it any longer.
Can you tell me the story, Virgil? I mean, you've put it off and put it off, but now I'm like a master of persuasion and you've died and I've brought you back and these guys are dead and it just really seems silly not to finish the exposition at this point.
Yes, it no longer holds any power over me. Before I met you, before I met Joachim, I was very different. I was a criminal, really. An evil man. There's no other way to say it, and I don't mind admitting it to you now. I lived my life like a dead man. Well, at least in the sense that I used to view such things. I cared very little for anything at all. I lived only from moment to moment. No sense of right or wrong. I stole or lied or even killed with no thought for morality or consequence. And the men I associated with were the same way. Such lives feed upon themselves. My family moved to Caledon when I was younger. Lawrence and I were close in our early years, but the life I chose to lead as I grew older was repulsive to him, and we finally had a falling out. At the time, I didn't care. The dead have no family, and remember not their pasts. This place is a place for the walking dead, a place where men gather to feed their darker sides. I knew it well, too well. I spent a lot of time here, time and money. I also gambled with men who make a living doing so, and one night, I lost more money than I had.
So this is an underground, like, illegal gambling den for a guild of thieves and stuff like that.
I was threatened physically when I couldn't pay, but what is pain to dead men? I laughed and bled and spat on them. It was only then that they threatened to kill my brother if I didn't pay. Of course, I thought it was only a threat. And really, in the end, I didn't feel anything about the matter. I'd left all that behind me. Or at least that's what I thought. I can't tell you the pain which tore open my very soul when I found Lawrence. Bleeding and broken. Life gone out of him. I cursed myself and the gods and everything else I had forsaken. And I ran. I ran so far and so fast that I don't remember anything. Until I woke up on the doorstep of the Panari Temple, where Joachim took me in.
You know, if you know where Lawrence is, I have plenty of these things, actually.
Yes. And doesn't that seem like so very long ago, Virgil?
What? Who are you?
I am Elder Joachim.
Joachim?
Yes, it is I. I must apologize. I have been so busy trying to find out who is trying to kill you and why, that I neglected to consider the fact that you might need my help in other matters. But you are alive, and so I rejoice.
How did you know where to find us?
I'd heard that Virgil was back in Caledon, alone. I feared the worst, as I knew a little more about his past than you did. I've been searching for him for the past week, and only now did I find him. You've changed much, young Virgil.
Yes, Joachim, and I have seen much, but I still remember the lessons you taught me. They have brought me through all of this, even through death itself.
I knew from the moment I saw you that you were special somehow. that you were meant for more than the life you've left behind. And I say that I was right. The Living One could not have chosen a better companion. You will be a powerful ally in the battle to come.
And what have you been doing, Joachim?
Well, since I left Stillwater, I've been trying to find out if the prophecies say any more about what it is you're supposed to be doing. Unless I've missed something, Aronnax hasn't yet returned. What have you found out?
Well, you're not going to believe this.
Ah, that is quite a tale. You've done very well, and I think your journey is approaching the end.
I hope so. Are you coming with us, Joachim?
No. I think that you are in capable hands. I am no longer needed here, but I'm sure I can find something to keep me busy. Good luck. May the spirit of Nasruddin be with you and guide your path. Farewell.
This, for me, is one of the funniest moments in the whole game because Elder Joachim has been this presence, this shadow hanging over the main story from the very beginning, because Virgil mentions him, and then you go to the inn room in Shrouded Hills, and he's gone and has left you a note, and his room is full of dead men. And then later you go to Stillwater, and it's kind of a similar situation, and then it takes you forever and ever and ever, and you finally get here. And then he's just like, good job, Virgil, and also you, protagonist. Bye. And you're like, bye, I guess. It's like, no, you brought Virgil back from the dead, so you're probably fine. Obviously, if you can raise the dead, you don't need my mid-level help at level 35. So you know what? Taco's good out here. Farewell to you, Virgil, you were saying?
I was just saying that I came here tonight to face my past, and to avenge my brother whom I betrayed. These men were the men who killed him. I knew that I wouldn't survive, but the weight of his death, and my cowardice, were too much to bear any longer. And here you found me.
Yes, I'm still confused about that. They were all level 10 and had shit equipment, and you're level 54, and I've piled everything in the game on you. Can I ask you a few questions about it, though, Virgil?
Yes, of course.
Tell me, Virgil, was it worth it? Do you feel that weight any less?
Yes, well, I saw Lawrence, you see. I saw him on the other side. We didn't really speak, but I felt that he was at peace, that he held no ill will towards me. That lessened my guilt, allowed me to see that those choices I'd made were made by someone else, another man, and that I had left that man behind.
Yes, you also left this woman behind when you ran off in Sanang. But the other side. Tell me about death, Virgil. What was it like? Excuse me a moment while I grab my notebook. I am a doctor, after all. This could be very useful.
It was, well, peaceful, I suppose. I remember very little. I have memories of a gray place, warm, silent. There was no pain there, no suffering. And I remember feeling that it was boundless. A place that was no place, not a prison nor a punishment, but freedom without end.
You sound as if you enjoyed it somehow.
I did, in a strange way. You've no idea what it's like to let go of everything that constitutes our struggles in this life. Pain, greed, envy, guilt. It's liberating, even in its emptiness. I can honestly say that I wanted to come back, to finish what I'd began with you, but that a small part of me wanted very badly to stay. And I think that I carry that gray place with me always. A small piece of death.
It's a very interesting conversation, honestly.
Yes, of course.
Right. You should have told me. I would have helped you.
I know you would have. But this was a journey that I had to make myself. This all sounds so bloody serious, doesn't it? This wise and introspective gibberish doesn't fit me very well. I'll do my best to put a cap on it. But it has changed me for the better. And I thank you once again. Yes, of course.
So again, I think that the original concept here was when you got to this point in his story and you brought Virgil back, he was supposed to come back changed, and a lot of that is still here. The way that he talks about it, I carry a small piece of death within me. But I think it was supposed to change him a lot more than it does. So I don't know how much story was like edited or cut out, versus how much was just altered and how much was kept. Because I think, and I'm not 100% sure, I think there's a small change to his stats when you resurrect him. But I don't remember what they are, and I may be mistaken about that. So, I'm glad you're back. Will you join us again?
Yes, of course I will journey with you. As your protector and as your friend. As if I've got a bloody choice. Aren't we all just pawns of prophecy? And something else. I'm not sure, but I think that something has happened to me as a result of all this. I may be better equipped to face Aranax when the time comes.
Yeah, see. It's like, I'm not sure, but I think I've changed if you look at his stats than like you have. Also, I love the David Eddings reference. I'm glad, Virgil. Shall we?
Yes. Let us continue on.
And there he is. He is back. Virgil is back.
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer for you?
And notice, too, listen, and there's a very subtle difference when he speaks now.
What is it that you want of me?
See, he says the same line, but it's changed.
What can I answer for you?
Same. See, a lot of his dialogue and stuff is subtly different. So here we go. Intelligence is the same. I think all of these are the same. His heal is maxed out, dodge, melee, lockpicking. I don't recall. I couldn't remember if he maybe got different spells or something. I don't know. Not 100% sure. Something changes, though. There's also right here a scroll of resurrect, just in case you need it. Now, of course, we have no need for such ridiculous arcane baubles, for we are a mistress of technology.
What is it that you want of me?
But, like, if you do. We'll actually give that to him, because you never know. And you.
Good luck to you, living one.
Thanks, I guess. I love, like, he's so integral to the story in such a weird way, and he's even voiced and stuff, and then he just... That's it.
What is it that you want of me?
Oh, wait. I was about to ask him what we should do next, but I know where we're going. I just wanted to take this little detour to get Virgil back in the party as quickly as possible so we didn't level up without him and have him miss a level. Now that he's dragged us all the way down here to Caledon just so he could die and we could resurrect him with our astounding medical prowess, we're gonna head out. And we've got to go back to Kintara. Because remember, we need to tell Raven and the Silver Lady what we found out about Senang. Yeah, once a backpack, always a backpack. I will use medical science to keep my inventory with me and operational at all times. Well, there you go. Virgil's like, great. The first thing that happens is you bring me back from the dead and I get bitten by wolves. He's fine. These little micro dragons. Sog's out here like, bro. Don't have to hit me every time. It's okay, he's drawing aggro. He's the tank. That's his job. And we love him for that. Let's see. He should be.
What is it that you want of me?
Yeah, he's got all of his stuff. He just, when we got into battle, it wasn't his turn yet, so I guess he wasn't, like, whipping all of this out. But yeah, it's good to check, but he does have all of your stuff. No, he's past that, remember? He left that man behind. Now he's our backpack for always. We are about to level up again, too. Actually, we may here very shortly. Which is exciting, because then we can become masters of persuasion. These rats. Dang. Oh, I think when I right-click to stop us, yeah, I retracted one of our course points. Yeah, I think we'll definitely level up here in short order. Almost there. Okay. Been through a lot. Let me do a hard save here. Greetings. Yes, yes, yes. We'll be on our best behavior. Yeah, he just disappears from the party in the middle of the night. Takes you weeks to find him. He shows back up randomly, like, what? I wanted tacos or whatever. Virgil!
Hello again. It's so very good to see you.
Hello, Raven. Do you have a moment to speak?
Certainly. How can I help you?
I bring information about the village of the Dark Elves.
I'm so very glad you returned to us. Did you find the village of the Dark Elves? What happened since you left us?
I traveled to Toronto and tell her the whole story.
So, M'in Gorad is a woman. I'd very much like to meet her.
I hope you get the chance.
So do I. So do I. And what did you find out from this M'in Gorad?
She told me of the Black Mountain clan.
So, the Black Mountain clan was banished in order to help Aranex weaken the wards. He's really coming back. We elves are a magical race and wise to the ways of ruin and prophecy. But I never really thought... Regardless, we must act. You must speak to my mother. She may be able to see what is to be done.
Wait, I've some questions about Aranex.
The story of Aranex is an old one. He was a powerful elf who lived in the Age of Legends. Back then, there was an elven council who ruled over the land, and Aranex had defied them. There was a great struggle between them, and Aranex was banished to the Void. The story, of course, is much more complicated than that, but those are the important points.
The Void? What is the Void?
The Void is where people go when they are banished. Don't ask me about it. I don't know what it's like. In fact, no one knows, because no one has ever come back from there.
I love it. It's like We banish people to the void. Well, what is the void? It's the place where people go when they're banished. I thought we explained this. What do you mean by the Age of Legends?
The Age of Legends refers to a time in Arcanum's history when things were much different than they are now. There was an elven council that ruled over all of the races, and magic was a large part of everyone's lives. It was a time of heroes and great good, and also of great evil. A time before the rise of technology, before the Dwarven clan wars, before the mages left for Tula.
What more is there to the story of Aranax?
I don't know as much about the history as others. The Panari religion is very concerned with Aranax. The prophecy of his return comes from them. If you have questions about it, they have temples all across Arcanum. Any priest would be able to give you the particulars.
And what should we do?
My mother will know the course we should take. She may be able to see through all of this and tell us what is to be done.
I'll speak with her, Raven, and return once I have. All right. Another quest down. Hey-ya.
Hello again, traveler.
Hello, Silver Lady. I've one more question to ask you.
Yes, I knew you'd return to me. And it seems that you still walk the shore. This gladdens me.
Why?
It means that you've chosen the right path, traveler. At least, right in the way that you see things. I am happy for you.
May I ask you something?
Of course. What is the question?
What am I to do next? Please, try to be clear. Silver Lady?
Your answer lies with Nazradin.
What? How is that possible?
You have your answer, traveler. We won't be speaking again.
Wait, who? Oh. And that's it. Our spiders are standing on top of each other, causing them to flicker. Accepted. Find Nazradin. Now, of course, if you've been here the whole time, or if you've played the game before, you know that Nazradin is dead. Nazradin is dead, and we're Nazradin. We are supposed to be the living one. We are reincarnated. The spirit of Nazradin. So, find Nazradin. What could this mean? Perhaps. Yes, maybe it's a metaphor. We need to search inside ourselves. Maybe we must come to truly know ourselves and find the power within. But probably not, because our technological aptitude is 100, and that's not very elvish of us.
Hello again. It's so very good to see you.
Yes, we're here to speak.
How can I help you?
I've spoken with your mother about Aranax.
You did? And what did she tell you?
She told me your answer lies with Nazradin.
That's very, very odd.
Why? Looks into camera.
Because Nazradin has been dead for more than 2,000 years.
That seems to make things a little difficult. I do have this new medication that I've been working on, but I don't know how effective it might be after that long.
Yes, it would seem so.
Nazradin and the Council. They banished Aranax.
Yes, I know. At least that's the story. As I've said, I don't know the details.
Well, that puts me in a pinch. I'm looking for a dead man.
Yes, it is very strange. My recommendation is that you travel to Caledon. There you will find the first temple of the Panari and perhaps some more answers.
That sounds like a good idea. Would you like to join me?
I was hoping you might offer. I do have many responsibilities here in Kantara, but I think my place is with you. This matter affects all of Arcanum and the Elves more directly. Yes, I will go with you and do what needs to be done if you will have me.
I will, Raven. It would be my honor to have you.
And it will be my honor to be associated with someone of such obvious courage and integrity. Shall we?
Because we have 100 good alignment. Yes, let us go. Ta-da! And there we go. Our next companion.
How may I help you?
Well, let's upgrade your equipment first of all. Oh, this note. My dearest Raven, although I must leave on my search for the Dark Elves, I shall keep the moments we shared safely in my heart. I can only hope that one day we will again walk the trees of Kintara hand in hand. Forever I am yours, Renford A. Terwilliger.
How may I help you?
Do. We get her in our party, and instantly the first thing that we do is, like, read her private mail. Okay, she's got a ring of protection. She's got unidentified armor, elven boots, and an elven hunter's bow. Let's see.
What is it that you want of me?
Okay. This here. And all of these. Thank you. These are all elven boots. So he doesn't have anything. No. Okay. So she comes with an elven hunter's bow. We picked one of those up earlier, right? So the big difference here is that this one has a speed of 20. So there we go. We'll be taking this crappy one. We can have these arrows. And then take these boots. We'll take those. And you can have this helmet. And these arcane gauntlets. And this mystic leather armor. There we go. Now you understand why we've been saving all of these things. How many arrows do you have? 55. We will need you to carry many more arrows than that. But look! A new backpack. I mean, companion. And let's see here. Let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got healing spells, the Tears of Morgana, and the Raider healing potion. So, let's... She's magical more than she is technological by far, so we'll give her those. We'll go sell all of that stuff momentarily. We also have, let's see, the Fated Ring, Crit Chance, AC 10, right, the Dorian Amulet. I feel like there's something else I was saving. Machine Gauntlets. But we know he doesn't have anything magical. Okay, I think that's it. We'll give her a couple of these as well because he doesn't use them very much. There, and one of those. There we go. Aha. Excellent. Yes, bows don't kill people, arrows do. Or something. And there we go. Raven, who starts out at 92. She starts at level 32, but 92 reaction towards us, which is hysterical. Because Virgil, after we brought him back from the damn dead, still only has 82 reaction towards us. Make of that what you will. I went the wrong way. To go this way. Well, there you go. I think you've cracked the code. Oh, and I should.
How may I help you? Then I will do my best to answer.
So here's her stats. So she is 60 good, 55 magic, 17 dexterity, of course, which she's got some skill in melee. She's not useless in melee, of course. She's got dodge, and she's got bow, and she comes with expert bow training. And this is dependent upon our dexterity. So she's already got 17 dexterity, so she's pretty good at that. She doesn't really have any other skills. But she does have all of the same spells as Virgil, and a couple of others as well, if I remember. Where are they? Here we go. She has water spells, Purity of Water, raises the beauty of the target creature. Call Fog, Squall of Ice, a damage spell, and Body of Water, making them translucent, capable of water movement. Let's see, I think she has Earth Magic, maybe? No. Okay, so it is just water. As she levels up, I don't remember. I feel like she gets some other spells. Like, I think she gets maybe some nature spells? I may be mistaken. I love this. Age 285. But there you go. Okay, now let's see. This way, can we not? Okay. And actually, this way. And it's back to Shrouded Hills again. We have some things we need to identify and sell. Some junk that we need to offload. But look, when we collected the bounty on ourselves, it put us back over 50k. I'm not going to give her a melee weapon yet, because where she's lower level than everybody else, I don't want her in melee combat. Eventually, once she has leveled up some and her melee skill has increased, I might give her a sword or something to carry around, but... Here we go. Okay. Up to see the wise woman. Hello. Can you identify stuff? Okay, we know what that is. Magic leather armor. Oh, I actually forgot. Let's trade. And let's see, I'm gonna do this. To make as few trips in and out of my inventory as possible. ID these robes, and these boots, and these boots, and these boots. They're all the same damn boots. Interested in trading? There's arcane leather armor. Ooh, actually that might be better than what she's got. She's still got some of this. Blade of Unholy Fire. The Elven Hunter's Bow. So she'll buy that too. Oh, Lloyd might like pay more for it, but I don't care, honestly. Oh, that's unidentified. Okay, so let's see. Arcane leather armor. I think that's what Virgil has on,
What is it that you want of me?
Yeah, the arcane armor. Okay, so that's 920 and 1620. So, yeah, okay, awesome, perfect. I was actually saving his old armor for her, but there we go. That is very expensive, set us back quite a bit, but that is definitely worth it. It's a very nice upgrade. Can you identify this? Because I forgot to ask you. Okay, now, you buy that? No, you buy that, though. Now, how come you only give us 81 for the other one? That's weird. Okay, won't buy those, won't buy that. That's alright. Here. Need to check too. I'm hoping it'll pop up on one of their inventories. I can't remember if it was the wise woman over there or if it was Lloyd. We sold him a magic bow because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. And I don't know. I mean, he's still got it. It's in there somewhere. Nice. You won't buy that? Really? Huh. But I don't know if it's better than the one that we saved that we gave her, that we got from the Elves in Kintara. Diseased chainmail, boots of the dark toll, boat rigging. I think we might need that, actually. I'm going to buy it. Here, Sog. Would you mind carrying this, please? Thank you. Okay. There's nothing else that we... Oh, actually. Do that. And she gets all of those. There we go. And Virgil. So these are damage reduction 5, dex plus 2. And these are AC plus 5 and damage reduction plus 10. There we go. So that's better for him because he's in melee. And she'll get the plus 2 dex, which is better for her using a bow. Stop by Slim Pickens down here. I love you could just run up to random people and be like, "What can you tell me about Nazareth? Tell me! Where is he?" Here we go.
How may I help you?
Get plenty of arrows. There we go. So that way she does not run out for a long time. She's got 305 shots. Because the fact of the matter is, with her high dex, she's going to have a lot of, like, very high speed as well. So she's going to go through arrows a lot quicker than you might think, just because she's going to get a lot of shots. Her bow is also, like, quite a fast bow, so... Can we trade? There we go, you'll buy that. You have fuel, snake oil, poppy flowers. Underdrug, cure-all. Excellent, good, yes. Oh, right. I forgot. We need to sell those scrolls, too. You won't buy them, will you? Okay, I didn't think so. And unfortunately, we're too technological. Like, the only magic merchants that will deal with us are the wise women, so... It's been a long time, and I don't remember what video or what episode we sold that other bow in, so I don't suppose anybody knows off the top of their head if we sold it to her or Lloyd. So, well, you won't buy those either. Dang. I wonder who will. Maybe nobody. We'll see. Okay. Let me give this a save. And then... bear with me. I'm going to check their inventories and see if I can get that bow to respawn, because they still have it, so... that's not it. Arcane Robes. It's the other Elven Hunter's Bow. And I have to check them both and like run back and forth because I don't remember which one it was. At least they're not terribly far apart. And you'll know it, of course, when we see it. So you buy this, 850 coins. 1134, good. 18. Good enough for me. Okay, I don't think we sold it to him, but you never know. I like the little touch back here that, like, these metal cans, because they look like fuel barrels, are sitting out behind his house, Doc Roberts, and it's this one little patch of dead grass. Like, it makes a lot of sense. There is an herb below the tree. Okay. Right. Mage's Staff. Sword of Sickness. No bow. I'm not going to stay here forever. If Lloyd doesn't have it this time, we'll go ahead and go, because I can always, if I'm not desperate for it, I can hunt for it and see if I can find it in between streams. But if it popped up, then I was hoping we'd be able to tell and know right away. I can already make arrows. Small dread armor. Okay, he's got a bunch of stuff, but he doesn't have that. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. I'll check again later. Because I know it was one of them, because we come back here and we sell all of our junk and our random magic items here all the time in Shrouded Hills, so I know one of them has it. I just don't remember which one. But thankfully, anything that you sell, and I don't know if this is just you know, something to do with the way the game is programmed, like why they made this decision, or if it's perhaps to like help you recover plot critical items in case you accidentally sell them. You know, you right click on something that you want back, then you can cycle through and refresh a merchant's inventory, and eventually it will come back. Okay, now before we go anywhere else, let's see. Where is it? It's down here, I think. Yes. Okay, good. Right. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, well. We need to level up. That's what we need to do next. So let's see. We have some news to carry back to the Wheel Clan. Let's go tell King Logair that we figured out what happened to the Black Mountain Clan. He did want to know. It's a short trip up this way. And then before we head out to find Nazardan, wherever he is, which, for that, as Raven said, we should check the Panari temples. We know where the first temple is. That's back in Caledon. Everything always points back to Caledon sooner or later. But we're going to make a trip to Tarant before we go back to Caledon first, if we can. But we need to level up before we do that. And I think that he gives us some XP for telling him about the Black Mountain Clan, but I don't remember how much. And considering that we are level, 54? It may not be enough. We'll see. Here you are, Logar Thunderstone.
Greetings. It's good to see you again. And again I thank you. I have assumed my rightful place as King of the Dwarves. I've made peace with my past, but have not forgotten its lessons. Tell me, have you found anything out about the fate of the Black Mountain Clan?
We have indeed, and I like that line. Like, it's a very simple line, but I've made peace with my past, but have not forgotten its lessons. I like that. Yes, I know what happened to them.
An interesting story. And I see that you've brought along Princess Raven. Greetings, Princess.
Of course they know each other.
And greetings to you, King Logar. I didn't think you'd have recognized me. I don't believe we've ever had the pleasure of making one another's acquaintance.
No, we've never met. In truth, I've never met your mother either. As you know, relations between the elves and the dwarves have always been, well, strained at best.
Yes, our peoples are very different, King Logar. But in the name of the Elves of Kintara, I apologize for any wrong done to you in our name, and I grieve for your lost people, as if they were my own.
I thank you, Princess Raven. Perhaps this might be a turning point between the Wheel Clan and the Elves of Kintara. Once we have addressed this evil, of course.
What do you mean, we, Logar?
This reaches much further than even I thought. The fate of Arcanum itself hangs in the balance. It seems it is again my place to make things right.
What are you saying, Logar?
I mean that your friend here is not the only dwarf in Arcanum who's willing to take part in this quest. Tell me, young brother, who are you?
Talking to Magnus now.
Yes, your majesty. I am Magnus Shale Fist, sir, at your service, sir.
Magnus Shalefist, eh? It's a pleasure to meet you, Magnus. I don't believe I've ever heard the name of Shalefist. Which clan are you of?
What clan, you ask? Well, you see, your majesty, that's a bit complicated. I mean, I'm from one of the oldest... Oh, there's no use in lying to you. I don't know what clan I'm from. My family hasn't known for a long time.
Boom. So finally we get a little bit of Magnus's backstory.
I see. Listen, lad. A dwarf carries his clan in his heart. No time nor distance can keep you apart from them, and eventually a dwarf always comes home. Do you understand, Magnus?
Yes, your majesty. It's just that I've looked for them for so long. I want so much to be able to find them, or to know who they were. I want so much to be a part of dwarven history, to make a difference.
You're doing that already, lad. You've done enough to make any clan proud. Arcanum is in need of heroes, and you've heeded the call. I am ready to heed that call as well. I'm saying that I mean to do whatever is necessary to avenge my people and save our world.
Boom. Splendid. Will you join me?
Yes, I think you would be a fine companion. I've already made preparations. Should we leave now?
No time like the present. Let's be off.
Yes, to whatever awaits us.
Boom, baby. There we go. The Dwarven King is now in our party.
What is it you need?
I love it. He just has Dwarven chainmail and some boots. And nothing else. Let's see. What is... Magnus is 29, so he despite the levels that Magnus has gained since he's been with us, because we had such a jump, he still is higher level than Magnus.
What is it you need?
Let's see.
What do you want to know?
Here we go. His stats. He's 35 to the good. 16 tech. Dodge and melee completely maxed out. And he's got a little of everything over here, because he's a dwarf, of course. It's +1 to all that. And let's see. He has... no technological disciplines. Huh, I thought he did. He starts with 20 strength, 16 willpower, 18 dexterity. Like, that is where all of his points went. Dang. Okay, so Logair is mostly useless right now at this point. Look at this entourage, though. Look at this. My goodness gracious. Oh, right, these are the mines. You know, I completely forgot. We never came through this end of the mines and actually cleaned them out. Maybe we should. So we need to get them some equipment. Yeah, we do still need some automata. This is... honey, please. Okay, did you see how many arrows she shot? She's like a machine gun. And then she turned into a water elemental. Now, of course, granted, because I was between her and this spider, that she still didn't quite kill after all of those arrows. She almost killed me. But... Dread crystal spider. Yeah, look at this. This is horrifying. This gigantic... That's the biggest spider we fought. This gigantic spider that's like partially see-through. There's Logair. He doesn't have a weapon, so he's just kicking it. Virgil, you should know better by now. Yeah. What if she was the secret Malokian hand assassin? That would be very funny. There you go. Just gonna stand back and let them deal with that. So yeah, this horrible thing. This dread crystal spider.
How may I help you?
What did you just pick up? I think it might have been some arrows she dropped. But yeah, look at these, the nasty, like, eggs and everything. Blech. we got? Ooh. Okay. We learned a new schematic. Wasn't expecting that. I forgot that that was even down here. The Brain Builder. Have you realized that your combat skills just aren't taking you as far as you'd hoped? Wishing you would have hit the books a little harder? No worry, with the Brain Builder, a combination of Pete's carbolic acid and the Mind Marvel, you can have that gray matter for the small price of your physical prowess. Wonderful. So yeah, this increases your mental stats by reducing your physical stats. Nice. Very nice. We've got an army now. It's another crystal spider. These things are difficult to see. We will level up here directly. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Had to unsummon. Diamond. We love a good diamond. See, look at that.
How may I help you?
Remember, she had 300 and some arrows. She's already down to 273. Now you understand why I was so keen on buying a whole bunch of arrows and kind of front-loading her. That trap. Just boop. Like one of her arrows coming the other way. There's that level. Alright. Boom, baby. And this is level 55, so we get 2 points. Hey! Good, because we're going to put the other thing in the elixir of physical prowess. I don't know why it made that noise, but... Okay, so now we qualify for Master of Persuasion. We just have to find him. This is very dramatic. I keep hoping because we're down here, like in the Dwarven Mines, that we will find, you know, some Dwarven equipment at some point. Another fancy ring, ruby necklace. Love it. Okay, let's re-king down. Calm down, Raven. Good there. Oh, there. We have our own poison cure. All of these miners. The foreman's the one you're looking for. I'm just a simple miner. Arvid Millstone. Here we go. Madam, all of us owe you so much for convincing Loghaire to be our king again. Hello, sir. Might I ask who you are? Thick, soot-covered with tattoos on his forearms. My name is Arvid Millstone, and I'm the foreman here in the Wheel Clan Mines. Pleasure, Arvid. Why are all these miners standing here? Well, madam, There's been some trouble here in the mines as of late. We blasted a new tunnel a few days ago, and I've been losing miners ever since. Shivers. Sometimes when you dig this deep, you find things that weren't ever supposed to be found. I think there's something bad back there. Something evil. Oh, actually, I've already taken care of the beast. You have? I'm impressed, madam. What exactly were they? Oh, it seemed to be a family of crystalline spiders, a dreadful beast. I've heard legends about dread crystal spiders. Perhaps you ran into some of those. I never actually thought they were real. Thank you, my friend. The Wheel Clan is indebted to you. So there we go. I love when that happens, like the instant that you pick up a quest, you solve it in that same moment. Quest complete. Oh, hey, 10 arrows.
How may I help you?
Nothing. Nothing. Alright, let's go around this way then. I didn't even mean to go down in the mines like that. I really just wanted to stop by the dwarven shops and see if they had some armor. Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Dang it, yes, okay. Yes, exactly. I'm out here Skyrimming. Skyrimming so hard. Okay. Here we are. Hello, tech guy. I bet he's in bed. He's not here. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. I see. I managed to catch them all asleep. Let me do this. See, that's where the other stairs come out that we passed. Oh. I bet I can too. I can rest. It's so funny to me that the dwarves go to bed at the same time as everybody else. Even though they live underground. Okay. Let us barter. Miracle Cure, we have that. Let's see. I love they just sell the reanimator. Like, that makes no sense, but here we are. Okay, what do I need? Elixir of Physical Prowess. Okay, we need Famous Blood Pills and Spirit of Camphor. Okay. Doolittle's Glyceride. Famous Blood Pills, thank you. Good. And Spirit of Camphor comes in like a little round thing. Okay, we'll find some. Exactly. Listen, a true RPG gamer knows that if you see a hallway, and at the end of that hallway is obviously going to be a plot beat, you explore all the other hallways first and then come back to that one later. So 10, 12, minus 1. Okay, so that's much better. I have to figure out. This is Dwarven Plate Mail. 17 damage reduction plus 40. Fire resistance, noise penalty. We don't care about noise penalty.
What is it you need?
I guess you've got small studded leather. Go. You don't actually have any Spirit of Camphor, do you? Oh, he already had some famous blood pills, actually. I knew I'd been hanging on to them. For reasons. Let us trade. Okay, so for right now, I don't want to spend 1,000 coins on that damn shield. Ugh. Okay. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about Logair's equipment right now. We got him some armor. That's great. Now we'll be able to tell him and Magnus apart. One of them is in full plate. Here, you don't have any Spirit of Camphor, do you? Now we can make it ourselves. Okay. Alright. Good enough. Back to the surface. Okay. I think we're getting close to the to where I want to end this stream. But I definitely want to find some Spirit of Camphor before we do. Look around and see where they've got some. They may have some in Stillwater. We'll stop on the way there. Or on the way back to, like, Shrouded Hills. And we'll see if they have some in either place. Okay. Stillwater. Gotta go this way. Wow. Half plate on a half pint, is that... A dwarf would never settle for less than a full pint, I don't think. Now listen, I'm hoarding them for reasons. I'm using them. Okay, broadsword. 18. I should have bought him that kite shield after all, but we'll find. Those for Raven. We'll figure it out.
How may I help you?
There. Puts her back over 300. You never know when you will need a nice wide potion in these trying times. Okay, what you got? That's nerve pills. We got more arrows. I think we're good on arrows at the moment. Blood pills, Earl Grey, Dwarven Snuff. Okay. No Spirit of Camphor yet. Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll find that bow. So what we're going to do next time is we're going to make a pit stop in Toronto. And that pit stop is going to send us back to Caledon, where we need to go for the main story anyway. This game is starting to wind down, so I want to thank y'all, whether you just got here this episode, whether this is your first time watching it, or if you have been here the whole time. I hope that you have been having fun, because I have. Arcanum is always a joy to play, and it's been several years since I have played it. So, a big thanks to Trance for requesting this over on our Patreon. Yet again. This has been a very fun playthrough. It's been fun to play it for you. It's got a little meat left on this bone, but we're getting there. We're about done. Okay, well, you don't have anything that I want. So let me wait until daytime. There we go. I don't know if that was actually enough time to refresh her inventory or not. It may not have been. It was not. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we are going to go and see Lloyd. We'll stop by Riz over here too. Just to see, because you never know. I'm still not convinced. I don't think that I sold that bow to him, but you never know. Okay, he's got that Stillwater blade. There's the arrows. The Axe of Dark Lightning. You know, you use dexterity for throwing weapons and stuff, too. What if we just gave the King of the Dwarves, like, a chakram, like Xena? Okay, please tell me. There's Monroe's Cleaner. That's fertilizer. Come on. You've got some Spirit of Camphor somewhere, right? Phosphorus tincture, sulfur pills, tincture of arnica. Alright. Maybe Galen has it. There we go. There. Galen always comes through. Galen always comes through. Okay. Here we go. This is a big moment. Okay, so you thought that that the reanimator was impressive, but wait till you see this. The elixir of physical prowess says bodily strength is absolutely essential to successful performance in many endeavors, and now, with the aid of this amazing elixir, you can be assured of increased strength and vigor at any time. By mixing Spirit of Camphor and famous blood pills, one swallow of this elixir makes you a muscle-bound marvel. I told you that story, so I could tell you this one. Right. Okay, so we need 78 in therapeutics. We need 85 in chemistry. Yes, the Vivifier. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you soon will. So I'm going to take us back to Toronto, to our stash, because we have some books already tucked away there. And, of course, if we don't already have the books that we need, then Toronto University is, like, right there, where we can just take the steam rail to the other side of town, and we can snap up whatever we need. We've got plenty of money, even though I have spent a bit, man. That armor set us way back, but it's okay. It was absolutely worth it. So that is just about the best magical non-robe armor, I think. At least lighter medium weight armor for sure in the game. That's not like unique, you know. Go to the docks. Come, my army. therapeutics and chemistry. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's chemistry. Right. Okay, so we're going to have to get therapeutics. Chemistry. That puts our chemistry at 90 with the books in our inventory. So we need 78 therapeutics. Our therapeutics is at 20. So that means that we're going to need 60, so we need 3 books. Okay, we can do that. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to once again thank y'all for being part of this Arcanum playthrough. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you haven't already here on Twitch, as well as... Where am I going? I'm trying to do 2 things at once, like talk and breathe. Foolish. You know you can only do 1. Here we go. And if you haven't already and you had fun tonight... Oh, thank you so much, Trance. Oh my goodness. You really are too kind. As Debbie said. Y'all spoiled me. And I've been spoiled this this stream for sure. Going to buy another. But yeah, if you just got here as part of the raid, or if you have just dropped by to see what's going on, I stream every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the US. And I will be back with more Arcanum next Saturday, as we pick up where I'm about to leave off here in Toronto. And you'll see what happens next time. And between now and then, Monday, Specific Pixel will be back for our current husband play, which is Baroque. And that one is another one that is starting to wind down. There's only a couple or 3 episodes left on that one, probably, if all goes well. There we go, that should be enough. Yes, good. Okay. And then we can put these in here. We will not need them right away. So yeah, if all goes well, this will be his last run, regardless of whether it goes well or not. Hopefully it will. And then on Thursday, we're heading towards the end game, I think, of our current Pokemon Crystal Challenge run, where I am only allowed to use Pokemon that do not have other forms. No evolutions. Single form, single stage Pokemon only. And the following Monday after that, I will have more Wasteland 2 for you. It's about time to head to the Rail Nomads camp, and that is going to be a packed episode. So look forward to that. That will be June the 3rd. The big thing, June the 2nd, I will be with Specific Pixel all day for our first annual Pride Month charity stream. So spread the word, drop in, and support a good cause. Even if you can't donate, watching, chatting, letting people know about it, telling people about the channel, all of that still helps, and we appreciate it. If you really want to support the channel in a big way, you can hop over to our Patreon, and you can follow for free, but you can also pledge if you're feeling zesty, and we are actually adding a new pledge tier right now, so now's a great time to get in on that. And we'll have big news during our charity stream as well, so tune in. Right now, though, before we do anything else, Vivifier, uncertain description. What does that mean, we wonder? Well, so, I would like to call your attention to the good doctor's stats. 8, 9, 20, 9, 28, 9, 18. Not for long. The true capstone of her art. The great doctor has conquered death, and now she will conquer life. Boom. Sorry, that was very anticlimactic, I know. I realize. So it'll make a lot more sense when I do this. 9, 10, 21, 10, 21, 9, 10, 19, baby. That's what the Vivifier does. It is +1 to all 8 stats permanently. Permanently. The only downside to the Vivifier is it does require the unknown chemical compound from Vendigroth, and as far as I'm aware, there's only one of those in the entire game. If there is a second one or more than one, I have never found them. I do not know where they are. But yes, a very wide potion indeed. Now we only need one more point to get the charisma bonus. And of course, this also means, like, if you do it earlier in the game, I could have spent 1 fewer point on dexterity and intelligence and put those somewhere else. You know, no big deal. But it took this long to be able to get to this point. So, but that's it. That's it for this episode. I appreciate the privilege of your time. I am grateful for you hanging out with me and playing Arcanum tonight. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'll be back next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the U.S., with the next installment. We're already here in Toronto where we need to be, so we will be picking up right here, and I'll look forward to seeing you. Shout out again to Camelio for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you, raiders. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody. And good night. Until next time, as always, thanks for playing.